When even a McDonald's 10-cent breakfast jumps by a pound in a week, you know the cost of living crisis isn't slowing down. This is what everyday Britain is dealing with now.
Right, look, I know it's my own fault for being a right? But I'm sitting in the drive-through queue at McDonald's for breakfast. Last week, it was about £13.40. Today, it's £14.26. It's gone up a pound in a week for a McDonald's. I'm going to have to take a mortgage for breakfast soon. It's ridiculous.
When even Primark starts feeling expensive, you know something's seriously off. Britain's cost of living crisis isn't just hitting food, it's hitting every aisle we walk into.
I went to the Trafford Centre today and I can't get over the price of clothes. Like, what? Like a jumper, like £35. It's just wild. So I went to Primark, spent 60 quid, and I got a fair bit for that. But even Primark has gone absolutely extortionate now. Do you know what throws me? If prices went down, yeah, they'd make more money. These stores, like, I don't understand. They'd make more money. Because I looked at jumpers today, for instance, or a dress, and I'm thinking, I'm not paying that. But if it was lower, the price, I would get it. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I needed to rant about it.
When young people start hunting yellow sticker food just to keep the fridge full, you know the crisis is real. This is the new normal Britain is being forced into.
One of the things I miss the most about living at home since I moved out is the fact that the fridge was always full. And it's only now that I have to fill the fridge myself that I'm appreciating how much that actually costs. Because why the f is food so expensive? Like, why am I having to go? I'm going into the shop and I am searching for those yellow stickers like I've never searched before. And I'll be freezing it. Like, I find different ways to basically bring down my costs that I'm spending on food. So here's one hack that I found on Just Eat, where you have all the supermarkets, and there's a code, 10 shop, I think it is, and it gives you £10 off a £25 spend. And in those supermarkets, you also have 50% off that you can get off like different food items. So let me show you everything that I got from Co-op just now, and it got delivered in like 15 minutes. I can't believe I'm doing a food haul. Is this a recession like indicator or what? Guess how much all of this cost, okay? Got 12 meatballs, mushrooms, vine tomatoes, smoked haddock fish cakes, cottage cheese, you know, for the protein. I use it for the mayo. Some broccoli. Then broccoli could have bigger, but I'll take it. Coriander or cilantro, because I like making like extra confused dishes. Prunes. If you want to get skinny, you know. I'm joking. It's just good for digestion. Red onion, honey, yogurt coated cranberries for a bit of a healthy little snack, okay? Guess how much it costs? I'm going to tell you right now. That cost £13.62 for that stuff. If I went to Morrison's, Sainsbury's or whatever to go and buy this stuff, it would be at least £20-25, like realistically. So that's a hack for you. Save this for later.
It's bad enough that prices are rising, but now even basic quality checks seem to be slipping. When supermarkets send out drinks nearly a year out of date, it tells you how broken the system's becoming.
Sainsbury's, we need to have a chat because we need to have a chat. So here's a little quick order from via Deliveroo for Sainsbury's. And Sainsbury's, if you want to holler at me, I can send you confirmation that this is the order. There's the little Deliveroo code and what have you. What's wrong with the Lucozade? Can you see? What's wrong with that? This is the old bottle and this is the new bottle. Today is the 30th of October, 2025. Today's date is the 30th of October, 2025. Today's date is the 30th of October, 2025. So why have you sent me 2 drinks that are out of date, considerably out of date? April 2025, this went off. November 2024, almost a year. Why is this still available if it's a year out of date? Now, someone might say, oh, it's still safe to drink. I'm not going to play Russian roulette with my health with a newborn baby due.
If a single person can't afford a basic Tesco shop, imagine parents trying to feed a family in this economy. This is the side of the crisis nobody wants to talk about.
The cost of living is through the roof. Buying food is through the roof. So how are you guys doing it with kids? How are you lot doing it with kids? I literally went to the gym, Tesco after, picked up a few bits, and it was £20. £20 just gone, just a few. How are you lot doing it? cost of living crisis right now with kids. How are you lot managing? I have no kids. Single. And I look at the prices of things and I'm like, how would I do this with a child? Single parents, hell, even a two-parent household. Especially if your children are just chomp. No. And it's only going to get worse. So what is going to happen? If it gets worse, what's going to happen? Hey, God. God help us. God help us.
When Mother's Day shopping turns into a £50 shock for basic items, you know this crisis has gone too far. Even simple gifts now feel like luxury purchases in Britain.
Mothering Sunday. I feel like Angry Ginge. Right! I have had enough. Enough! £50 later, Tesco's. £50! And what have I got? A couple of bunch of flowers, bit of chocolates, a few cards. £50! Did get a meal deal, though. Cards! They're not even special cards. When did cards go from £1, £1.50 to £3.50, £4 for cards? Something that's going to get thrown away the day after. That's when I got to the cards. It was a guy still doing his little girl, and he taking ages, taking the whole area, and I was like looking around like that. If the little girl weren't there, I would have gone, move, man. Got to the till, tilled it up. 50 quid. The club card got smacked a few times. I thought, there's got to be more than that what's coming off there. Jesus Christ. The flowers. You can go into Tesco through the week, buy a bunch of flowers. You can buy them from £3 to £5. You want to get something fancy, a tenner. £25, £35 with a little teddy dog on it. And people are lapping it up. Oh, what a bargain that is. I'll have them. I'll have two of them, actually. Must be a cost of living crisis. People are walking out with a 48 tray Ferrero Rochers. Christ alive. But anyway, Mothering Sunday tomorrow. Treat your mums. Don't go to Tesco's.
Just shopping in Tesco. Since when did these and these were £5? What a load of... What are you doing? Regarding your disgust.
It can't only be me. It's just walking to the shop thinking, everybody says they're skint, got no money, bills are going at this, and there's about 1 million fireworks going off. I don't know how much they cost because I'm a tight ass, but every single one's got to be at least £1, so at least £1 million gone off the pub street. I'm getting so old and miserable.
It is not normal for people to be working full-time, or there's two parents bringing in 2 full-time wages, maybe over what you would call an average wage, and then not have anything left. That's not normal. That is not normal, and it's not okay either.
Ladies, I've got a question for you. Since when has Tesco been so expensive on cardigans? I went in tonight to look at a Chanel-inspired one, a black, with little bits of glitter through. £42. What's going off? They say they're not making any money, but they're ripping every bugger off, aren't they? Has anybody else seen the prices go up in Tesco's? I used to think they were all right, but I think I'll be moving on from there now. Shein is the way to go forward, I think. Drop a comment below if you've seen how much things are going up. Ridiculous.
I am not one to moan about prices yet, but what the is this? £9.20, 9 squidders to wash me hair. You can keep your argan oil, mate. You can keep it. 9 squidders, mate. What is going on? What in the holy moody, mate? No, thank you.
When a basic weekly shop hits £130, and even Easter eggs double in price, you don't need a report to know Britain's cost of living crisis is crushing families. This is the new reality for millions.
I'm just underneath Asda car park. I've had a mirror. I'm just literally gobsmacked at just how the art of food shopping is. Now, I know everyone's in the same boat, of course, but it's so expensive. It's ridiculous. Now, I go to Aldi and then I go to Asda because I have got a bit of a fussy household and there's a few things I can't get from Aldi for my son and things that I've got to go Asda for. Now, I've just spent £86, I think it was, in Aldi, and now I've just spent just short of £50 in Asda. So what's that, £130? It's just ridiculous. It's extortionate. And Easter eggs as well, another rant. Now, the other day I went into Asda and they had a lot of Easter eggs on offer for £2.32, and in that you got the large egg and say a cream egg, you got one cream egg in there. For £2.32 you can't complain. I've just gone in today and for the cream egg ones, all the £2.32 ones have literally gone. And then the next size up was £4.98. Now, in that you got a large egg, which was same as the £2.32 one, but you got 2 cream eggs in it. Now, you're paying nearly £3 for one little cream egg. It's extortionate. I don't know how these big, massive companies do it. I always get brownies and blondies and things like that off someone who I know who bakes. Now, he has actually stopped doing that now because of the price of cocoa, so he's just doing cakes for like weddings and birthdays and things. But these massive companies, I don't know how they can charge what they can for chocolate. It's just ridiculous, and it's like, in my head, it's just a lot of kids might go without now because of that, and I just find it not fair. I don't know. I know they obviously have the ones on offer, but say if they didn't know and they didn't go and they didn't see it, and then they go back like me today and the £5, it's a lot of money. It is, just for a little Easter egg, and they're not big. The boxes might be that big, but when you get the egg out, it's what about that? It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I'm just having a rant about pricing because I just don't know how they cope with it all. But on a plus note, I've had a productive morning. I've been picking up all the Easter treats this morning. I went to the gym, I've done 2 classes, and now I've boxed my food shop off, so I am just on the way home. The traffic is meddling, so if anyone's from Wigan, do not go near Asda or the retail park because it is gridlocked. But I'm going home and I'm going painting because I need to finish off my woodwork in my hall. So that is the plan for today. So yeah, sending you so much love, so much motivation. Go and smash your day, and you're awesome.
I moved to London a couple years ago, and I swear it costs 3 times as much to live here than it does in New York City. And granted, I did get like a $20,000 due to my role relocation bonus, but without that, I genuinely don't know how we would have survived up until now, because I make around like 180,000 quid per year. That's 225,000 US, but 60,000 of that goes to pension. Another 45% then goes to income tax, 13% of which then goes to like national insurance tax. Then apparently, because our flat is in Islington, we have to also pay council tax as well. Point is, according to the spreadsheet, my monthly take home is around 6,500 quid or 8,100 US for somebody who makes 180,000 quid or $225,000 per year. And this is what we're spending just to get by and survive. Rent is, 2,400 for this place, but fortunately we have street parking, and that permit is like 100 quid for the entire year. Third Space gym membership is 200 quid. Weekly date night in Mayfair is minimum 300 quid per week. Uber Black membership, just because the tube's crowded and not very safe, is 500 quid per month. Soho House is another 600 quid. Deliveroo, for you Americans, that's basically Uber Eats. That's 1,500 quid per month. Eurostar hotels, travel related expenses, because we do like a weekend getaway to Paris usually. That's minimum 1,500 quid per month. Student loans from King's College, and I still have some undergrad loans from Southern Institute of Technology. That's another like 1,500. But look, I make coffee at home. I do run clubs on the weekend. We don't have a very posh lifestyle. Like, I would not be able to survive here if it wasn't for my Gam Gams trust fund.
Hi guys. Positive Thursday. I pray you're doing good. I pray you're doing fine. So I've just gone into Tesco's. 1 minute. Hi guys. So I've just gone into Tesco's and I thought, let me get the voice newspaper so that I can see how I can place the ad in there. Cause I'm trying to look for my birth father. So the lady said £2.50. I didn't realize she was even talking to me. I was like, £2.50. She was like, yeah, it's £2.50 for the paper. I was like, oh my goodness, really? I was like, how has it gone from £1 to £2.50? Like, so what is it going to be in a couple of years' time? Like £5 for the newspaper? Wow. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful Thursday. And yeah, I was in a little bit of shock, a little bit of disbelief. But guys, have a wonderful day and keep on shining like the star that you are, and know that you are here for a reason. Always remember that. All right, guys, take care. Bye.
Guys, you know what no one prepared me for when I moved out and got my own flat? Like, I knew that it was going to be expensive. Obviously, I knew that I would have to, like, make sacrifices, bills, and council tax, specifically council tax. Why is it so expensive? Like, why? Can someone, like, break down for me why is it so expensive? Like, I don't want to be one of those people that's like, I don't want to pay bills, but, like, why am I paying, like, nearly £200 a month? Why am I paying nearly £200 a month? Every month, I have to find nearly £200. Like, let me just put this into perspective. Like, I'm about to do a 6-hour, and like another day this week, I'm doing an 8-hour. That money together doesn't even cover the council tax. Like, I'm working 2 extra days just to pay my council tax. Like, this is why genuinely £12.21 an hour is not enough, because first I have to pay my rent, secondly I have to pay water and electricity, that's like £60, then I have to pay energy. What even is energy? What is energy? Like, do you know what I mean? That's another £50. My phone bill is about £30, yeah, I know, gross. Broadband is about £20-30. Council tax is £170. All of that on top of my fucking rent. That's disgusting. I'm on minimum wage. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, not the Christmas tree in the back on November the 3rd. But yeah, guys, please make me an influencer so I do not need to worry about these things, because I can't do this anymore.
People are outraged after Tesco have been caught selling the exact same products in their express stores for more than in their 24-hour stores. In the express stores, the cod fillets are £7. The exact same product in the 24-hour ones are £6.10. The general public are absolutely fuming about this, because as you can see, the left-hand side is express, £8, but in the 24-hour stores, you get more and it's £8.65. Now, people are absolutely baffled about this. People are saying, why are they so much more expensive in the Tesco express stores than in the other ones? As you can see, beef ravioli, Heinz, £2.30, but in the 24-hour stores, £2. That's a 30p difference for the exact same product. As you can see, corn flour, £3.45, the exact same product in the 24-hour stores, £3. And then last but not least, the exact same product, Fox's half-coated cookies, £2.75 against £2.40. Now, a lot of people are absolutely furious with Tesco. They're saying, why is it the exact same product is so much more expensive? Well, this all comes down to convenience and also rent. A lot of the time, these Tesco Express stores, they can't fit as many products in them, and essentially you're paying a premium for the convenience of being able to pop to your local corner shop and getting these, you know, Fox's biscuits or ravioli or whatever, you know, at your need, but you know, it's going to come at a cost. But I understand people's frustration. You know, essentially it is the same product. You know, I do agree with that, but obviously this is just how it's always been. But maybe, you know, this is a sign of the times. People are trying to, you know, people are cottoning on. I want to see what you guys think about it. Do you think there should be a difference in price or not? Let me know what you think.
Hey, we all know, yeah, that supermarkets are taking a piss out of us, yeah, with the prices. But you see this is a scrub brush, yeah? Scrub brush, possibly to scrub your dishes or whatever you want to use it for. Now, are you serious? You want how much? £5.75 for this? They're having a laugh, bruv. And you see these? Normal scissors, bruv. Probably you can get a scissors in Poundland. Yeah, but because they're special kitchen scissors, yeah, I'm sorry, they are £5.20. Yeah. Like, get a life. They're ripping people off.
Just a bit of fun news for a change. So you pay 41 quid for a haircut in London. Well, this guy was so sick of the prices, he decided to show how utterly messed up the UK economy is. His regular London trim was about £41. So he looked for the most absurd alternative, finding a flight to Marrakesh, Morocco. For just £15, he got that flight and a night in a hostel. He was making a definitive statement, a 1,900-mile international round trip, and he found it was cheaper than the local service. Like I say, the flight and the hostel was £15, and the actual haircut cost him £8. In total, this man spent £39. He spent less money flying to Africa and back than he would have standing in the queue and his local barber's shop at home. So is the UK now inflated and mismanaged that our prices are so absurd people are genuinely flying out of the country just to get a haircut? So they tell us the economy is growing. What lies will they tell us next?
So I'm trying to reduce my family's food bill, and this is week 1 completed, and I've managed it. Done no top-up shops, which is always what I've struggled with because I lack impulse control and I just go and I buy things and then I feel bad that I've spent like £20 on nothing. So what's helped me is just having a really good meal plan, thinking of all possibilities and what we need and just planning it really well. And also I've just changed my mindset completely. I'd rather keep our money. I don't want to spend it in shops and Tesco. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd just rather not. The supermarkets have got very greedy lately with their profits, so I don't want to help them anymore. It does involve a lot of cooking though, I have to say, but it makes me feel better when I know I'm saving money. So far this week we have had chicken legs with spices and brown rice. We've had Moroccan pork with couscous. We've had pomegranate chicken, also with couscous. Shredded pork. We've had chicken tagine and a Thai pork curry. And we also had lasagna, which wasn't on the plan, but then, you know, I had it in the freezer, so. I'm not buying mince much anymore because it's so expensive, so don't know if we're having lasagna again this week. We'll see. And for breakfast, we've had Greek yogurt and homemade granola, porridge with fruit. And for lunch, I made butteries. So we've had butteries and also pita bread with falafel. And any leftovers from tea, like chicken and stuff, it's really nice in a pita bread. And I also bought potatoes for baked tatties. We've not had that, but we have had lots of soup. So yeah, we stuck to the menu plan really well. And for snacks, cookies. We ate all the cookies, so that went down well. So today is food shop day, so I'll be writing down again what we need for this next week. I bought a lot of spices this week, so I'll be trying to use similar spices in the next week to make that worth the money, you know, like tagine and I bought dukkha? I don't know, it's really good on couscous and rice. It was quite expensive though, so we'll be eating this all this month. I want everything.
Can someone explain the benefits of a Tesco's Clubcard or just a points card? I have literally, well, I suppose I know the benefits already. I just saved myself, I don't even think I got a receipt, I've just saved myself £3, right? And I took down my change because who has change, but I had loose change. So I thought, I need a couple of bits from Tesco's. I'm going to take my change and I'm going to go buy said bits. Said bits came to like £9 something. I was like, well, sorry, I've only got, in my head, I didn't say this to the woman. I'm thinking, I've only got £6, so fine. On my card it goes. And she says, have you got a club card? I said, yes. Scan the club card. Dropped down to £6, £6.09p. So we were at £9 something and we've gone to £6 something. How did we lose a couple of £3? So if you didn't have the club card, you would have paid £9 something. But because I had the club card, I paid £6 something. I don't know. I feel like we're just getting mugged off left, right and centre. I hope everyone's got a club card. And let this be a lesson to you. If you haven't, go and get one because I literally just saved myself £3 and got rid of all my shrapnel. So win-win, but never forget your club card because it's just a joke. It's a rip-off. This is literally rip-off Britain. Does anyone else in the world have these mad cards that weirdly give you money off? But if you don't have them, it doesn't give you money off. And then what are the benefits? Like, I just don't really... Like, what is the point? Why don't they just make all the shopping cheaper and we don't have to have cards? Like, my Apple Pay used to be 2 cards, a credit card and a debit card, and now I literally have to go, oh, excuse me, let me just scroll through my 17 points cards. But anyway, let this be a lesson. Get a Tesco's Club card.
So I've just heard that apparently taxes are going to go up again. And I've just had a letter to say that my water is going to go up.
and apparently gas and lecky is going up by 4%. Whether those figures are correct, they're probably not that far off. How do they expect us to live a life?
He's back again, but a different hat is on. On a serious note, when did we all just accept that it's 30p for a plastic bag? When has that become the norm? I remember when it used to be 5p for a bag. I actually remember when it used to be free for a plastic bag. Now they look you dead in the eye at the till, or even when you go to ask them for a bag, they're like, yeah, that will be 30p. Like, I'm putting what I've just paid in the bag. Crazy, crazy, crazy. To be fair, even at 5p, you would spend a fiver and have enough bags for life. Sorry, my brain was calculating that. But yeah, crazy times. And again, it's always that old one where you go into the shop and you've got 27 reusable bags in the boot and you don't bring them up. Actually, thinking about it, I might just get into bag dealership, selling plastic bags for 20p. Anyone be interested in that? What I want to know is, one, people's opinions on paying 30p for a plastic bag. Two, are you paying the 30p for the plastic bag? And three, have you ever thought of not paying for the plastic bag? Because I would never in my whole entire life think of that.
Where you do your Christmas food shop depends on a few factors. Your upbringing, your socio-economic standing, and who you're hosting. If you want a slot, you need to book it now. For your big shop, you need a slot for your big shop. Unless you want to do it in person, of course, which is actually best done between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. Yeah, just go to a 24-hour superstore. It's actually a very festive activity. But when it comes to delivery, the wise book a slot. Those slots go fast. Personally, I like to handle my veg at Christmas. I mean, I can't be dealing with misproportioned carrots at Christmas or soggy sprouts for Santa. You know what I mean? Where you do your food shop at Christmas really depends on a few factors. The way you were raised, your socio-economic standing, and who you're going to be hosting. You know, who have you got to impress? For example, will I get my turkey from Tesco? Now, I don't mind a crown. In fact, I'll take a frozen one. It does not take me long to work some magic and make it moist, you know? My mum, however, she's ascended. She's not a get your turkey from a supermarket kind of person anymore. She gets it from the butcher. It's the price of a small family car. And I have friends who swear by Aldi for everything or Lidl for the lot. And others who treat it a bit like a pick-a-mix, you know? A bit from here, a bit from there. The main shop, the top-up, the bits and bobs. Now, as I'm sure you can tell, I'm a Tesco purist, but I will do some topping up at Marks and Spencer's and get a few bits from Aldi. Asda? No, never Asda. You can't be Tesco and Asda. It's Tesco or Asda. You don't go to Tesco then top up at Asda. It's not a top-up shop. So yeah, M&S for the sausage meat and the stuffing. I'm not at that stage of life, career or finances when I can buy their posh, you know, pre-packed stuff. Strictly for the over 55s. Because they're richer. Aldi for the mince pies. Apparently they're the best. I saw an article about it a few years ago. Sainsbury's? Whoa. I'm not a Sainsbury's person. I mean, that's very sweet of you to say. No, Sainsbury's, we all know, is for people who think they're posher than they are. Like, Sainsbury's people really want to be Waitrose people. But they're not there. They still have a price match and a nectar saving, you know? Or they're child-free and they just want a much less chaotic experience, which, to be fair, Sainsbury's does offer. It's a lifestyle choice, and I admire Sainsbury's people. Waitrose is for Southerners, or Midlanders, who want to be Southerners. Waitrose. Why do all their staff wear aprons? It's not a bloody deli. Co-op. I mean, you can pop to Co-op on Christmas Eve if you run out of cranberry sauce, but that is the extent of it. The glorified corner shop.
I'm going to tell you my thoughts, but I'd like to hear your thoughts as well on what you think of what you've seen in this video. Do you need to be getting out of the UK? Do you need to be staying in the UK and grinding? What about the housing population around here, the housing on offer, the prices, the costs, the derelict buildings? It's just, yeah, interesting place, isn't it? It's certainly a lot different to 15 years ago when it was Young Professional. And I can't even begin to imagine what it was like 30, 40, 50 years ago, because there's no getting away from the fact that this would have been a very, very white British working class area, and it is not at all that now. Like, not one bit. It has massively changed. There's been a huge amount of immigration into the area from all four corners of the globe as well, and economically that has without a doubt helped Leicester and this particular area a lot. Has it socially helped the area though? That's the question that I think we need to be asking, because it's all well and good having economic benefit, but then is a boom in rental prices and a boom in housing prices beneficial to your local man on the street who just wants a nice place to live, to bring his family up and go on holiday once or twice a year? Not so sure. Now, look, people often say to me, yeah, John, but you're an estate agent. It's your fault that these house prices are booming. I can assure you it's not. It's simple supply and demand. I do not want house prices to be how they are. I think it's unsustainable. I think it prices people out of the market. And I think it gives false expectation for people selling their property that we should be selling houses for 200, 220, 250,000 pounds each, when 15 to 20 years ago, they were less than 100 grand. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. But ultimately, I need to earn a living and I only work in the market. I don't control it. I need to go and look in more detail around here. But Leicester's huge and I need to go out there and really see what's happening on the ground to help me in my own job as an estate agent understand what factors people are up against. Because I think it's important to give the right advice to the right people at the right time. And things are changing very quickly and not always for the better for people.
Literal heaven on earth. With the cost of living crisis, my food shop has just been going sky high. I've just got all of this for the same price I would normally pay for a full week's food shop in Aldi, but this is going to last me for probably about 2 weeks. If you hear any screaming, no kids are being hurt within the making of this video. My son's just playing with his nan in the living room. I'm currently at my mum's. So yeah, all of this. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent. Let me know in the comments how much you think I spent, and I'll tell you at the end of the video. So let's quickly get into it. Because also, my videos just keep removing themselves. I'm just getting so stressed about it. So let's fingers crossed it's actually going to stay. So freezer stuff, I'm just going to fly through it. Chicken dippers, alpha bites, hash browns, southern fried chicken burgers. Perfect. These look so nice. Were these for my 3-year-old or were they for me? Probably both. These, they're only 81 calories for 100 grams. They are vanilla caramel brownie, delicious. So I won't feel bad for eating the whole pot. What I will feel bad about is eating these. However, I can't wait to try them. I think I might do a video on them. So it's Biscoff truffles. So excited for those. Got some stock cubes, so I got some vegetable ones and some ham ones. The ham ones lead us into this. So we've got sausages, perfect for bangers and mash, anything like that. We've got 2 steaks. These were half price. I've actually had these ones before as well and they are really nice. However, couldn't really pick up. I wouldn't necessarily pick these up if there were nicer ones that look there, but that's all that I had, so I did get those. My gammon's on the floor. Gammon's no longer on the floor. Let's carry on. 2.5 kilograms worth of chicken, £13.50. Bargain. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've got that much stuff, honestly. And then the gammon. I was on a bit with this. I will put this in the slow cooker just because I prefer it, and then I'll just put the glaze on at the end and whack it in the oven. So I've got that. Let's move this meat out of the way. Soups, Heinz chunky vegetable, big soups. I've got 2 of these, however me and my son are currently sharing one now. Then I've also got the chicken and vegetable. I've got this Weight Watchers one because I really want to go back on a calorie deficit. I've kind of let myself go over the past few months and I've put on a stone. So I want to get rid of the stone and maybe another stone on top if I'm feeling like it. So I've got this carrot and lentil one because I actually do really like lentil soup. So I just thought I'd try that one out. Ravioli. I did get 2 tins of Heinz beans. Don't know where they've gone though. So yeah. A humongous roll of kitchen roll. Let's get on to the toiletries actually whilst we then just did some tissue. So Soap and Glory. I haven't actually tried this scent before, so it's the Perfect Zen. It just smells like lavender. It's got sweet almond oil, argan oil and cocoa butter to replenish skin's moisture. I just thought after an everything shower overnight, this would be amazing. It does smell so good. It's just a lot sweeter than normal lavender. I thought it smelled like old ladies, but it actually doesn't, so that's good. Nothing against old ladies, just don't necessarily want to smell like one right now. Okay, it's quarter life crisis, not end of life crisis. Foam Last coconut foaming sugar scrub. Smells divine. Just smells like coconuts. So that was it for the toilet. Oh, candle. I did pick up a candle. It's huge, and I did have a whiff even just picking it up. It's called Orchard Picnic, and it's autumn air pumpkin spice hay. Don't know what hay smells like, but she's in here and she does actually smell really, really good. So I got that. Try and fly through the next things. These just look really, really good to put in my snack drawer at work. Again, low calorie, less sugar, perfect. Can't wait to marinate some of those chicken breasts with this. It's Korean chili barbecue marinade with some rice. That will be perfect. Some macaroni. Again, perfect. Some of these to give to my son on the way to preschool. 2 of those. Some fajita crisps. Obviously, mashed potatoes. Some barbecue pop-outs and sour cream and onion pop-outs. I've got 4 packs of each of those. Milk chocolate digestive. Milk chocolate digestive biscuit bars. Big pack of sensational. Not sensational. Nothing I do for you, girl. Anyway, got some little packs. I think we picked up 4 packs of these. And then I think that's that until we get onto the yogurts now. Last and final bit. Got this big pot of the Arla ski yogurt in strawberry. Yes, I do know the whole confrontation that is currently going on around Arla at the moment. Do I agree with what they're doing? No. Have I bought this? Yes. Do I feel bad about it? Yes. Will I feel bad about it when I'm eating it? No. So yeah, it's fat free. Again, I do really, really want to go back on a calorie deficit, so got that. Got these. They do go off on the 6th of February. However, there's only 6 in there. There's 3 of us. These will be gone. Then a case of well, it's not Muller, it's Brooklyn. It's the Aldi version. Vanilla yogurts. I do love these. Again, take them to work. That will be perfect. And I did forget about the Utterly Butterly. So, can I get a drum roll, please? All of that was for £78.40. All of it. And like the brands of some of the stuff there as well are just so much more expensive in an actual supermarket. I am actually so happy with that. Let me know in the comments if I should be happy with that. And like I said earlier, let me know how much you think that should have all costed. Like, that will last me 2 weeks. Woo! Bye! Sorry, it's me, I'm back again. PS, did also get a bottle of Fanta, big bottle, and a case of 6 Diet Cokes. So yeah, I'm just so happy with that food shop. Is this what life's come to? I'm 25 in October and this is how much I'm smiling over a food shop. But yeah, I mean it now.